Hello, Connective. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So I thought I'd shoot a video on basically why I was gone so long. And I'm going to shoot a couple other videos just talking about, what's in store for the channel, how I watch tarot readings and how I do my tarot card readings. So look out for those. But I wanted to talk about why I was gone so long. So I have a full-time job. And during the summer, my job gets very busy. So ever since I started this channel during the June, July season, it would just get harder to shoot videos. And so I remember my first year, I kind of just dropped out for a couple months. And then, when things died down a little bit, kind of came back. It was a little bit easier when I wasn't, appearing on camera because I could just shoot some videos and do my thing. But, when you're on camera, there's preparation, there's things, there's camera angles, more so than usual. So just more time in general. And then that second year that I went through it, kind of same thing, except for it was a little different towards the end. I didn't realize when I came back that I had shot a Taurus video. I thought I ended with the cycle, but I actually had started a new cycle, and it was because I intended to move forward at that time. And it was like things were slowly grinding to a halt. And I really wanted to shoot videos through the summer. I really wanted to push through the summer. But the energy was just really resistant. And so I took a break for what I thought was the summer. And then when it was time to start thinking about coming back, I started thinking about, what I wanted to do and that kind of thing, as usual, and then my hands started to hurt. Really started to hurt, like I had arthritis, right? And I was kind of like, that's weird. My hands didn't hurt before when I was shooting videos. They haven't hurt all this time that I've taken off. And, how ironic is it that now that I want to go back, my hands are starting to hurt. And really just in places where I didn't want to handle cards, like in my joints and my fingers and stuff. So I said, well, you know what, I'm just going to rest my hands because I use my hands at work too. I was like, what, I promised myself when I started this channel that I would take care of myself first. And so at that time I was like, okay, I'll rest my hands, a couple more months, I'll come back, not a big deal. And then things just started to happen. Not terrible things, or was, I always talk about good or bad, not things that you would classify necessarily as bad, just life, things got in the way. And it was a little bit of one thing after another, and me being a little bit tired. And, I've learned not to fight the energy on this channel. When things seem a certain way or they feel a certain way, if I try to do my own thing anyway, it never works out. Never works out. I remember one time I tried to resist a message and it just came out slower. I remember one time I tried to shoot when I was in a state that wasn't exactly relaxed, and I lost probably, I think 12 videos, just sound issues and stuff. Even at the very least, if my energy's down, the videos could be boring. I mean, the message might still be the same, but part of what I want to do here is not necessarily just talk about energy, but I want to be entertaining. So I watch them too. But the energy just wasn't there. And then next thing you know, we're through the holidays, which was kind of weird because I don't do a whole lot. I guess I did do a little bit more last year. Had kind of done a little extra preparation for gifts for a few of my friends, which I don't usually do. And I did it because I wanted to do it and I got into it. But again, time consuming stuff, and then the beginning of the year rolled around and I was like, wow, what's happening right now? So I started preparing to come back. I'm like, it's been a long time. I hadn't even looked at my channel. When I first started this channel, it was kind of like pulling teeth. When it was just my hands, you could see on camera, not as many people watch, not as many people subscribe, And so while I was gone, in my head, I had just lost every single subscriber. I was just kind of I'm going to have to start from the beginning, and it's going to be, walking up a mountain in the snow backwards, and all this stuff. So I was like, well, I want to do something a little different this time, so I was kind of thinking about it a little bit, and then the energy still wasn't there. So then I want to say towards the middle of January, I pulled some cards on it. I was like, hey, what gives? What's going on? Why do you guys have me on hold, And the reading said not during Capricorn time. So I was like, well, okay. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I'm like, what, sitting around? And then some things started coming up, like on the back end of my business, that needed to be handled maybe before I started, I was going to say a rigorous shooting schedule. It doesn't have to be rigorous, but again, extra time when you've got a job and responsibilities. So, I was like, let me take care of these things first. Let me just do these things that I've been wanting to do, and then go back to what I need to do, kind of thing. And little things kept happening. I would prepare to do videos, and these little things would get in the way, and I was like, come on. No, I'm not going to wait till July to start shooting videos. And then, after that, it got to the point, I told my nail lady, I said, you know what, I'm just on a mission now. I was like, I'm going to shoot videos no matter what happens. But I did end up having to delay. I wanted to start releasing videos like in the middle of April. And it ended up being, what I said was my drop dead date of May 1st. So, I wanted to get them rolling again. I wanted to get them sustainable to the point where I'm not shooting a video and then releasing it the next day, because that's terrible and it's stressful. And empaths don't really work well that way anyway. So, in January, pushed through, got to the point where I was tired of the little things, shot my videos, and, I haven't had any hand issues. I haven't had any other little things happen. So I felt like I was a little delayed, but I also was healing. So, not that I fit the bill, but, sometimes your favorite tarot card reader will disappear for a while for different reasons. If they're an empath, they might be killing tomorrow. It's really easy for us to burn ourselves out. We can work and not realize, what we're doing tomorrow, killing tomorrow. So, sometimes we could get burned out, sometimes we just realize, kind of like I said, that there's things in our lives that we've been letting go, that we need to go back to it. So, and different reasons, and sometimes compound reasons. We might have a loved one we need to take care of or something else. I mean, like I said, videos are time consuming. It's not just about shooting those videos. If I shoot for 8 hours, then I have to consider that it's going to take me 24 full hours to edit those videos and then put them up and label them and that whole thing. So, you don't think about that when you first start a channel. You think about pulling cards. So, I wanted to make sure that I could commit and get to a place where, I could go through the summer and give you guys more about what I've been wanting to give you, because I've been certainly wanting to do more than what I've been doing, and different kinds of things. So you'll start to see that too. But, I didn't go away and have some surgery or anything, and there wasn't nothing too terrible. It was just, a lot of little things. And like I said, healing was a main thing, because I was in an energy where I didn't really want to pull cards. And, you want your tarot card readers to heal, because if you're healing and your tarot card readers aren't healing, it's going to get to the point where you're going to outgrow them. You're going to cycle through their channel. If there's a tarot card reader that's got people cycling through their channel, they may want to consider that they need to do something about that, because the people who are evolving are coming through. And, we get messages through the tarot cards. We all do it different ways. My messages are channeled. I am going to shoot a video on that, how I do my tarot card readings. My messages are channeled, but I'm still reading through my filter. So if you clearly, when I started this channel, I had physical abuse issues. If you go back and look at some of these videos, one of them is labeled as a trigger warning. So, it's kind of like, if we don't work through our stuff, the themes don't change. We just keep talking about the same stuff. I've seen this before, where it's like there's a third person in my reading every single time. That's another thing I try to do with my readings, is I try to make my readings about you. If somebody else wants to intrude and come into the reading, that's one thing. But for the most part, I don't spy on anybody. I don't, your readings are about you. So if you're here on this channel, there's probably something that I've mentioned, here in the last couple minutes that you identify with, the reason what brought you here. But yeah, we read through our filters, and when we work through stuff, those filters change a little bit, but at the same time, you get new themes, which is what you want, especially in situations where someone is showing you a different way to look at things and kind of presenting to you a situation that you know about, but you're looking at it in a different way, and then you start to see it through someone else's eyes, and you kind of realize the difference. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. But I need to be present to do that. I need to have the energy, I need to have the time. So I'm going to keep plugging away and trying to do what I need to do. And I wanted to thank everybody for being here, because when I finally got brave enough to look at my channel, I think I'd been gone for like 9 or 10 months, and I think I'd lost like 22 subscribers. And I was like, oh, these are my people. Like, I was just like, what? Like, they're still there. And then, something kind of told me, like, some of them are waiting for you. It's the same as when you're watching other people and they disappear for a little while and you're just waiting for them. And so I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for waiting for me. Thank you for being there. Thank you for thanking me, like, for telling me that it's good to see me when I'm coming back. One of the comments that was left was, good to see me. And it was good to see them too. So I just want to let you guys know that I think we're all in the right place. And I'm going to keep trying to move forward and upward. And I want to take every single one of you with me. Everything I learn, I want to teach you or show you, or at least open your eyes to. And, that's what I mean to do with this channel. And I have another channel I want to start shooting videos on, but this is what I mean to do with what I'm trying to do with my time, with my spiritual calling. So again, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sticking with me in the time that, things were a little funny because it was really nice to, when you start a YouTube channel, sometimes that algorithm can be brutal and it can feel like you're shooting videos into a void. And when I was coming back, I did not feel like I was coming back into a void. And I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. And we'll see you in the next video. Until we meet again.